Hello guys, we're gonna start here in just just a minute. Just gonna share the link here. All right. All right. This should be an interesting show here tonight for FTOA. Opening match here is a rivalry match. Omega is going against Kurt Angle, and this match has interference barred here, so it's gonna be an interesting one here to say the least. Alright. Looking good there. Let's see how it goes. Hi DPS, how you doing? Doing good, doing good.
Bang! Bang!
Okay, there's not gonna be, there's not penalties for, like, rivalries, like, running into next season. It's just the trick with it is that it can't be a situation when there's one match left and you let it go into next season. Like each season, like, a rivalry is active, it has to have at minimum 2 matches within that season. Now, granted, whether that works out as, like a 5-match rivalry with one season having 3 of the matches, the other 2, or 7-match where it's like 4 or 3. It divides up. Like, since next season's gonna have 8 weeks, like, there really shouldn't be like a rivalry. Basically, a rivalry shouldn't just have one match, because the reason why I have it like that is one like, if for rating purposes, for like for seasonal awards and stuff, like, a rivalry has to have a decent amount of meat in a season. Like, it wouldn't be fair to have the top rivalry only have 1 match in that season. and have the other majority of it in the previous season. It wouldn't be fair to a rivalry that a huge majority of it's that, and I can't classify that rivalry as part of last season because we already went through those awards. So, and the penalty stuff, that's more about like, that's more like the real life elements in this mode, because if you think about it, if you do a rivalry in a wrestling promotion in real life, and you have it stretched a long period in between like matches, it's gonna hurt your popularity a little bit, because fans are gonna be like, why did it take so long for it to finish up? Why did we wait so long? You know, that kind of thing. It's a combination of that. So, and to be honest, we're also going to have pay-per-views in between, like when the regular season ends in the playoffs, the final pay-per-views of that season, as opposed to previous seasons. So really, combine that with the increase in next season with that new thing, like everyone's going to have plenty of opportunities to finish any rivalries they are. So that it really shouldn't be a thing. But if you're going for a 3-match rivalry, it really should technically be a 1-season thing. Like, if you're going for a 3... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you're... Well, here's the thing. You could go at it a couple ways. If you're able to squeeze in those rivalries with this week and the last week in a pay-per-view, you could make it 3. But if you want to extend them to next season, then you're probably gonna wanna make them correctional. Let me correct myself from a prior statement. You can't have a rivalry end with 1 match in the current season. If you wanted to start a 3-match rivalry in 1 season, have the other 2 matches take place next season, that'd be okay. So specifically, a rivalry with 1 match left can't be the only match in a season. That's kind of what I'm going with. But if you're going to make them longer than 3 matches, you certainly could have them start this season. I mean, I know you got a lot of rivalries going on. I know you're trying to get them all done within the season, so... But you'll have plenty... You still have some time. You just... But... Yeah, so if you wanted those to be counted as rivalry matches for tonight, for this one, I can do that. You just have to keep in mind, if you want them on the longer side, they'll definitely have to, like, be majorly done. Yes, okay, so that'd be, Beer Money and Motor City Machine Guns, let me see. And FDR and Briscoes. Alright, that makes sense. But yeah, next season will be interesting, because I do plan on that TWN Critical Wheel being kind of a big factor, because the goal of that, more than anything, is to kind of create, like, a sense of, like, a little bit sense of chaoticness, a little bit, because if you have a title holder that gets hit with a season-ending injury, then you kind of have to think a little bit. Do you just kind of wait it out and just let him sit and focus on other things, or do you like vacate it and determine a different thing? Then yeah. Oh, sweet chin music. Yeah, it's up to each promotion how they would approach that. And especially if it happens to a TWN champion, then that makes things very interesting. Especially if you try to, like, cheap it and try to... Because you have 2 options for healing a guy, for getting out of that situation. You could pay for regular medical expenses, but that could be kind of pricey. Or you could go a cheaper route, but it's illegal stuff. Oh, Angle gets the win with the 3 Germans. But if a promotion gets suspicious, because the thing with the injuries is that the amount of time that someone is hurt for the length of it will be public knowledge. However, the way you get out of it will be secret. So it's really up to a promotion whether they want to like kind of make a claim on like if someone's using the roids or not. And they'll have the option to like purchase like dirt sheets to kind of get like inside scoops on if a promotion might be using that stuff to kind of keep their guy active or not. But that's a judgment call, because like I said, nobody will know like how a guy got back, even though he was supposed to be gone for a season. But if a promotion gets caught with using that from another promotion, then of course that promotion might get some penalties. But you know, it'll stir shit up a little bit, kind of make things interesting. Let's see. Yeah, already had a lot of criticals. A lot. Next match is some tag action. Beer Money versus the Motor City Machine Guns. That is of course a rivalry match there. These guys are still TWN tag champs. Alright, let's see how it goes.
Watch your money and your alcohol.
Also, I should put this in the Discord, but also next season I introduce a whole nother section of the credit store. It'll be brand stuff. Pretty much what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put up all the popular names and brands of like promotions, wrestling shows, stables, all that. I'm gonna put that in the store for like purchasing for any that haven't been used yet. Just because to make things a little interesting. For like, and also give more reasons for using the credit stuff.
Fight!
Sit down, neck breaker.
Give up!
Gourd Buster. Elbow drop. Ooh. Backstabber.
Minutes gone.
Oh, head scissors whip. Tag made. Total elimination maneuver there. Oh, cattle mutilation. Saban gets tagged in. Oh, code breaker. 8-second ride. Goes for a cover.
1, 2.
Oh, that's 2. Double team high kick.
Minutes gone.
Ooh, nice maneuvering there. Oh, doing good, Eli. How you doing? Roll up. Pump handle drop, goes for a cover. Almost had him. Another 8-second ride. Tag made on both sides here. Tag team neck breaker. That's good, Eli. Ooh, drop kick in the back of the head. Oof. Backstabber. Another total elimination maneuver. Ooh, Texas suplex. Oh, counter.
1, 2.
Only 2. Oh, critical! Oh, spear. It's a 2-on-1 match now. Sister Abigail. Fortunately for DPS, the critical wheel won't be active till next season, so this kind of thing will be up to him on, but still. It's a 2-on-1 match now. Yeah, it's a good thing it didn't happen next season. because that might have thrown a wrench in your plan slightly. I just... It always makes me laugh when the guy's just left in the middle of the ring like that. Like, nobody does anything. Oh, hits it with him.
2, 3.
Wow. The TWN Tag Champs with the statement. '87. The Hail Sabin gets the win. Alright, next match is another rivalry match, and this is under Iron Man rules here. Yeah, they have. Yeah, it's weird, because the Billy Bart gun rivalry, I thought I had all the stats that recorded, but I did it on Discord, so I have to put them in. I know lately with the game and even Discord, like, it feels like every time I try to put in information, sometimes it feels like it doesn't keep. I don't know what it is. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Alright, let's see how it goes here. So the top rating this week for all the shows so far is a 90 from SWA. They were the first one. They left a high mark. So if anyone's going to get the #1 spot between DPS and Eli, they're going to have to get at least that in a good match rating to steal the spot.
Come on. Can you remember my name?
It was fun having you last night, Mason, for sure. Some FTOA action today here.
Fight. Whoa.
Shane Douglas, these two are in a pretty in-deep rivalry here. I believe this is their... I want to say... Let me check what number they're at for their rivalry. I think 8. Yeah, I think the last stats for it didn't keep. I don't know. Let me see here where this last. Ooh, big maneuver.
Give
Oh, superplex. Yeah. Extreme Champion Wrestling. Yeah. Oh, man. It's weird, because I left... The stats say 7, but I know they had another one. Or I could be wrong, actually. It could...
Yeah. 1, 2. Yeah.
Figure 4. Yeah, because the last match I had, the overall rating was a 61, which... Ooh, big suplex. Let me see. Interference. Track it there. Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, because I write everything down, too. It's just, I feel like sometimes maybe I don't always remember to put all the stats down in the Discord for the publicness. Just because... Yeah, it's Jeff is interfering. It looks like he's helping, Looks like he's helping, Shane, actually. Oh, Pittsburgh plunge. Yeah, he's helping Shane. The Hardy Boys definitely would have been good members of Extreme Championship Wrestling. Or in Light Suplex.
2.
10 minutes gone.
Do the swanton. Yeah, that kind of like tag maneuvering with the two moves, it happens sometimes in this game. It doesn't happen a ton, but when it does happen, it's always fun because it's not something you predict typically. Oh, pile driver on the concrete. Yeah, the last match they had was a 61. So... Another pile driver.
One, two, three.
Oh, Douglas with the win. 10 days. Oh man, I wish I could get it opening time. I won't have the money to get it when it first comes out. It'd be too expensive. Although I do believe that it is going to be like a multi-year game. I don't think they're going to do yearly releases, which I'm perfectly okay with. I think the time of yearly releases is done in terms of efficientness. One with the Pittsburgh plunge there. Alright, next match. We got some tag action. Nice. Broken mat. Awesome. Yeah. Let's see. Match is going to be between Bret Hart and Punk in the Midnight Express here. Oh shit. I have to change the settings, so I'll have to quit this. Quick sec here. Punk would say, yeah, exactly. Alright, and... yeah, good thing I changed. Alright, see how it goes. Nice.
Fight.
Yeah, backyard wrestling, yeah. Man, backyard, you know, I remember the backyard wrestling games. I reviewed them on the channel a while back. Those were interesting games. Like, I do like the idea of, like, backyard wrestling video games. I think the problem with those specific games, though, is that, especially the first one, the second one was definitely more polished, but they are definitely an acquired taste, though, for sure. But yeah, backyard wrestling, I remember it being massive in the late 90s into the early 2000s, but once, but it kind of started to kind of get regulated a little bit, because I think just too many people were getting hurt, from what I know, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how active the backyard wrestling scene is now compared to back then. Counter. Yeah. Yeah, I get you there. Real life. Yeah, I get you there about doing stuff for real life. It just kind of made me remember those games. But yeah. Yeah, that'd be interesting, cuz I feel like starting some like doing shows and stuff. I'm always curious, cuz I know a little bit about how like getting involved in wrestling in real life a little bit, but not to like a detailed extent. So that should be an interesting undertaking there to get going with that stuff.
One, two.
One, two, three,
Cross setter.
4, 5, 6.
Classic, like, yeah, you know, I always liked I always like it when wrestlers kind of have like a big finishing move and then a quick finishing move. Oh, chair shot to the outside right there. Like, a good example of that is Test, because Test is known for his big boots. He often used that a lot as kind of finishing maneuvers, but But typically his big finish mover for a while was the pump handle slam. But he would use the big boot for like desperation moves or sneak finishers or stuff. It's always good to have like I always like my personal favorite finishers are finishers you can hit like that out of nowhere anywhere. Stuff like a cutter or a stunner or like a super kick or like the V trigger, that kind of stuff, because you can get kind of fun and creative with that. Oh, going for that sharpshooter. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, he's going for that sharpshooter again. Oh, another critical! And I might hurt the overall show rating a little bit with that 70, but at the same time, still interesting to see another critical there. Curb shooter, sharpshooter, then a curb stomp. Yeah. You know, it's funny, I have this move downloaded in a game that's a power bomb and then transitions into a sharpshooter, and it's probably one of the most OP moves I have downloaded. Like, you literally hit that once or twice and the guy's done. And that twice, actually, and the guy's done. I call it the shooter bomb because it's devastating. I don't have it on any wrestler, though, because, like I said, it's way too OP. Alright, semi-main event here. The tag titles are on the line, the FTOA tag titles. Briscoe's defending against FTR in a first of a rivalry here. Alright, see how it goes here. Bushwhackers? I don't think nobody has the Bushwhackers in, and I think I have them downloaded though, but I'm not sure. Like I said, I think I said before, we don't really have a promotion that's very 80s driven for wrestling. A lot of the promotions are very like, I think the closest to being 80s driven is probably, TWL, Star Fox's promotion. Yeah, but yeah, they were definitely over for sure. To be honest, in hindsight, now I think about it, it's like I'm kind of shocked they were never tag champions at some point, because they were over like gangbusters. You would think that at some point they would have gotten the belt at some point, but I guess they never needed it, I guess.
Fight! Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I always want to get, like, man, I would love to get some belts. Especially, like, get a custom, like, YWA belt for the YWA stuff we do, or something like that. But those things are expensive. Like, to get, like, a good wrestling belt, a good quality one, it costs a little bit. And to be honest, I don't even know if I would have even space for it, to be honest. I lived in small headquarters. Ah, okay, it must have been... Yeah, I guess it depends. I really should look into, like, replica belts. I might be able to find some good ones cheap. I don't know. I haven't really done a lot of digging there. I think my personal favorite belt... Man, there's not a lot of belts I don't like with wrestling. I think my favorite, though, I would have to say is the WCW Championship, the big gold belt. That's probably my favorite.
5 minutes gone.
I also kind of have a soft spot for the European Championship. I just kind of like that, like, throwback, like, very lower mid-card belt. There's just something about it that I always get a kick out of, especially with the guys trying to get it and chase after it and stuff. Oh, Exploder. Ooh, only 2, wow. Yeah, Austin 316, that was a big moment. A lot of people say that, a lot of people consider that moment the start of the Attitude Era, but... Oh, he just stole the J Driller. I personally, oh, he does it to him then and goes for a cover. But most people consider, the Montreal, the stuff after the Montreal screw job to be the true start of the Attitude Era. Personally, I agree with that. Although I will say that the Hart Austin match at WrestleMania 13, I would consider that possibly the start of the Attitude Era as well. I know a few people that consider the Pillman Austin segment where Pillman had a gun as the start of the Attitude Era. I wouldn't go that early. I think that's quite early for Attitude Era stuff, but I think it was a good influence of that into that era, because Pillman, man, he was something at that point. It was a shame about that car accident though that hurt his leg, because it really wrecked his in-ring stuff for pretty much the rest of his career when he was alive. Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, like, Stone Cold being the top guy was great. I mean, they had a lot of great guys in the Attitude Era. What made the Attitude Era so cool is that, like, literally everyone was over, like, top to bottom. Like, there wasn't a lot of guys that no one could give a shit about. You know, it was pretty awesome. I mean, WCW could have had that. They were close to having that, but they didn't. They didn't balance things right. Oh, counter, and that kind of costed them in the long run. Inverted figure 4. But he's not the legal man, so the ref isn't paying attention to that. Punch trading here. Oh yeah, the ECW was super brutal. It's kind of funny. They were probably actually the best promotion in 1995. Because the other two, WCW and WWF, they were shit in 95, but ECW was flying high in 95. Even though they weren't really in their pay-per-view era yet. But yeah, ECW was awesome. Like if it wasn't for the money situation, I bet they could have survived all that into the 2000s if it wasn't for the money situation. That's what really killed them, because WCW, what killed WCW more than anything was just like severe mismanagement. It wasn't really a money issue, it was just mismanagement. ECW, their biggest issue was the money. Like, if they were able to keep up with the money stuff, they could have survived, in my opinion, at least.
1, 2.
Ooh. Death Valley Driver. J Driller goes for a cover.
1, 2.
Oh.
Minutes gone. 2, 3.
Baby. Yeah. Oh, man, current wrestling is a very strange place nowadays. Like, it seems like at this point it feels like both promotions are kind of in a weird spot, because I mean, you could argue that AEW is slightly better off than WWE right now, but I don't know. I mean, it's just weird. Like, because I remember for a while it was like, oh, AEW is obviously better than WWE, and then for a little bit it was like, oh, WWE is way better, and now it just kind of feels meh. Like, for the most part, like the big events for each promotion seems to be like paying off, but just like the everyday stuff isn't just quite hitting. Looks like the chat duplicated and went back a bit. It does that sometimes, when especially when it gets like super active in the stream. Big counter.
One, two, three.
Oh! Briscoes win! A full 100, wow, that's gonna help things a lot. Alright, main event. AJ Styles versus RVD. It's a rivalry match and the FTOA title's on the line. On Michaels. Yeah, Shawn's awesome. I like Shawn for sure. He he's definitely fun, especially towards the end of his career renaissance when he came back in '02. That was his like big stuff there. Cause the stuff before, of course, he had classics before. He was great before, but when he came back, I feel like that really solidified him, like for sure. Styles has been just, it feels like pretty much almost unbeatable lately. RVD, of course, the current TWN heavyweight champion. Let's see. Alright. Let's see how it goes here. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was so that only was a great match and a huge match. It was also an important match because the solidified HBK was like there. Because if it was like if it didn't go well, or if it was just like a glorified segment or something, I don't think he would have been as good as footing as he ended up getting. Well, that's the other thing too, because that match, and pretty much from that point on for like eons, him and Triple H would be rivals forever at that point until they finally pulled the trigger on reuniting as DX. Yeah, I remember because they had a reunion tease when they were gonna rejoin. Like they had this elaborate entrance and everything, and they were supposed to like be this big thing and all. And then Triple H just backstabbed him, and that was it for another quite a few years before they finally pulled the trigger. It was Ruthless Aggression era, I have to say, that was an interesting era. Like, it was a good era. I would say the last solid era WWE had. For sure. Not as good as Attitude Era, but I think a really good era, especially when it comes to in-ring wrestling, because the Attitude Era had some good in-ring wrestling stuff, but it was definitely more driven by the characters and the stories and stuff. The in-ring wrestling in itself, I mean, that was definitely a little bit more on the on a different side of things. I mean, to be honest, like the new generation era, they probably had a little bit more technical wrestling going on than the Attitude Era, but the Attitude Era was influenced by the hardcore gothicness of that time period. That's what made it so good too, was that it was very much in what was in at the time. No, already a big move. Oh, Hurricanrana. Oh, Frog Splash. Low down. Off arm into a spinning heel kick. That would be cool. Oh, Styles Clash out of nowhere.
1, 2.
Jeez. AJ's trying to finish it early so he can go home.
Yeah.
Gone.
Ooh.
Ah!
Complete dust.
Ah!
Big side suplex. Oh, going for that Styles Clash again.
1,
Oh, RVD has to be careful here. Super kick. Oh, here comes that phenomenal forearm. Goes for a cover.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Styles with the win. Quick defense for Styles. RVD didn't get a lot of chances there. Oh, my prediction. Yeah, that would have been a cool one, but Styles just came out swinging. RVD couldn't retaliate. Yeah, Styles has just been on fire lately. No, I'm sorry, I misread it. I thought you had it for the FTOA championship. My bad. Yeah, I misread it. It was I put it for the FTOA title. That's my bad. But you wouldn't have lost any bonuses anyway, because the TWN bonuses are only active for interpromotional wrestlers. Oh, you want to switch it to him off screen? Okay, well we can do that as a house show. If you want to switch the title to Styles. I just gotta warn you though that you're not gonna get any bonuses with that. It'll just be a simple title switch. Okay, no worries. I'll put that in the notes there. Let's see how well your show did here tonight here. Let's see. Alright, you got an 83 tonight, DPS. Oh, that one. Recreate. I mean, it's possible to recreate something like that. I do have Funk, and DPS does have Cactus, so maybe we'll work something out for some barbed wire action with those two. That'd be an interesting thing to try to do. So we'll see in the future. We'll see if we can arrange something like that. Because I technically have Dude Love, but it's a little different to have Funk against Dude Love and Funk against Cactus Jack. It's a little different. No prob. Let's see. But yeah, streaming schedule wise, I don't think there'll be any streams tomorrow. I don't believe so. But Eli does have his booking in. This is going to be the only stream for tonight. I got other things going on. But yeah, let's see. If I do have time for streaming tomorrow, I'll probably be Eli's promotion so we can wrap up week 5. If I'm not able tonight, I will be doing it Wednesday with some YWA Blast action. That was going to come on today, but I superseded that for some TWN action. And then and Wednesday, I might do 2 streams Wednesday, but I'm not sure what it would be after the YWA Blast thing. It'll just depend on how things get put in for booking. Because week 6, I plan on starting week 6 pretty immediately after we conclude week 5. I don't plan on doing any pay-per-views in between because we're getting close to the end of the regular season. That's kind of the time to really, really crank out pay-per-views for TWN. But yeah, we're getting close to the end of the season here, so it's going to be interesting. Also, it's going to be time to dig out and see who's going to qualify for Hall of Fame stuff, so definitely keep an eye out for that as well. So I'm posting a Discord for voting and stuff, so keep an eye out for all of that. But yeah, guys, outside of that stuff, that's going to do it for this stream here. Thanks for watching. In case you guys wanted to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. We also have a Patreon page as well. Main goal of the page is to raise money for the channel, to give the channel a bigger budget, to do more ambitious things, and also start making merchandise to the channel as well. And the merchandise itself will be geared toward aspects of the channel that you guys enjoy, so any support we get for that is much appreciated. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.